Hey foodies, Chef Abyssinia here, and I'm back with a recipe video. Today we're making these amazing creamy southern country style grits. So the recipe will be posted below. Follow along and let me know your thoughts. Unless you're down south. If you go down south, usually you'll get good grits. But usually when you go to the diners, they'll have the grits, but you can tell that they're made with water because they're just a little bland. They just taste like grains with water and salt. So today we're gonna make ours nice and creamy and super flavorful. So I have some shrimp here that I got from Whole Foods. These are jumbo shrimp. All right, so I'm just gonna wash these off. I have my shrimp ready to go. Let's start with our garlic. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel this and then grate it over my shrimp. Let's do a half a teaspoon of salt for the 10 shrimp. For the pepper, we can make that a quarter teaspoon, and I'm just gonna sprinkle it over. And then the paprika, let's do a quarter teaspoon of that. So 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm gonna do a half a tablespoon. So we have our shrimp, we have salt, pepper, paprika, olive oil. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the scallion. This is nice for flavor and color. And then go ahead and just mix everything up, and then we're going to set it aside while we work on our grits. Okay. Okay, so this is 1 cup and a half. Okay, so we're gonna let that heat up. So it's 2 hour milk. While it's heating, we're gonna start to add in some salt and some butter. This will just flavor the grits more as they cook. Another tablespoon butter. And my salt, I'm just gonna sprinkle it in, but go ahead and do a quarter teaspoon. And then we're gonna measure out our grits. It's 3/4 a cup of grits. And these are the old-fashioned grits. You could use the instant 5-minute grits, and either way, it never takes 5 minutes. If you like to have your grits like more grainy, then 5 minutes may work if you have the instant one. But for me, I like to have it a mixture between like the grainy and still like nice and creamy. So it usually takes about 20 minutes. So we're just gonna mix this in together and then cover it. So now this process is more of just patiently waiting, keeping an eye on the grits, continuing to mix them so that way they're not burning or getting lumpy and clumping together. All right, here we go. About 2 minutes per side will be fine. Now's a good time to deglaze the pan. So the reason why we want to deglaze the pan is because if you can see here, all of the seasonings and flavors are stuck at the bottom, and we don't want that to go to waste. So I'm going to start with 1/4 cup of white wine. We do want the alcohol to cook out, so that's why we're going to let this cook down a little bit first before adding the stock to it. We're gonna let this cook down for about 2 more minutes, and then to finish it off, we're going to add in the lemon and the butter. So I'm gonna swap this over, and we're gonna finish up our grits. Okay, so go ahead and taste your grits. Check the consistency. Mine are fairly thick, so this is where I would add in more liquid, because once we add the cheese, they're gonna get thicker. Okay. So even though there's not much in it, it still tastes really good. And this is the reserve liquid that we saved. And also remember, when you're cooking these grits, as they sit, like when you serve them, they will thicken. So you don't want them to be that thick when you're serving. The only thing that we didn't use was a 1/4 cup of milk from the recipe. So now that we have the consistency down, we're gonna go ahead and finish seasoning it up with the butter, the salt, and the cheese. 1 tablespoon of butter, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we're gonna go ahead and add in our cheese. So this is a 1/4 cup of cheese, but do it to your preference. We like it cheesy over here, so I might add more. Regular cheddar, you could use mozzarella, you could use Gouda, you could play with the cheeses. All right, look at that, nice, creamy. Okay, so our grits are ready to go. Go ahead and taste them. Adjust if you want to add more salt, maybe more cheese or butter. I think these are great as is. I'm not gonna add anything to it. Back over to our shrimp. This is ready to go. We're just gonna finish it with the lemon, the butter. So we're just gonna do a squeeze of lemon. So we're gonna emulsify in some cold butter. It has to be cold or else it won't work. So this is a tablespoon of butter here, and you just want to add it in and then mix it vigorously in that one section. And then you'll notice the color will start to change and the consistency will change as well. All right, so there you have it, that's done. Taste it, adjust if you need, if you would like to add salt, pepper. I thought it was fine as is. Yeah, it's great with the lemon added to it. So now to serve, this is all preference, but this is how I would do it. Just the grits and then the shrimp right over with some of the sauce. Yummy. So I only did 4 shrimp here. All right, so the sauce, you just drizzle it right over the top. So yummy, look at that. And definitely so much better than the regular diner grits. They're nice and creamy, they have great flavor. Oh yes, this is so good. I can't eat it, I gotta take a picture. I wanna eat it right now. Alright, so there you have it. Super creamy country style shrimp and grits. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment below, and let me know your thoughts. See you in the next one.